So the last video I made about me questioning the sustainability between quotation mark model of baked beans actually got a bit of a backlash. Now, even though many people, like this type of content, the objective, no chilling, labeling the pros and cons of any given project type of content, there are several, which are the majority, who don't like when people woo and cheer for specific minor or IDAP, whatever the case is in this particular niche, right? So, and this was portrayed through a few comments here and there. The fact that if I go to the channel, check the content, the video was disliked, there were loss of few subs, and that's fine. Like if you don't enjoy this type of overview, this type of review, then it's okay. But with that video and a few before that, I decided that for every specific project that I'd like to cover, this is the way that it's gonna be. Just talking about what it does, checking some of the pros and cons of what it is about, and specifically going through on-chain data. I think if all the previous scams have taught us something, is that we need to search for evidence and get some trust in a trustless system like the blockchain. My name is Roy, and I hope to install some value in everything I'm about to tell you. So like I said, this is the channel where you will get the full objective reaction on any given project. And that's it. And I think that's what it should be about. So, okay, so let's quickly talk about RelyFund. So let's go over this one from a small overview perspective for us to understand what it does first. So essentially another bot project, so to speak. Those are becoming very popular. So at the center of it all, there is a smart contract, a RelyFund smart contract, where investors can deposit their USDC in hopes of getting some yield at the end of the day. So differently though, this one runs on 3 chains, BSC, Avalanche, Ethereum, but the bulk of funds is on BSC right now, and there is about 1% that you pay as DEFI fees when you deposit and when you withdraw as well. Now, the flow of this is that they did say that there are several funds, several withdrawals that are going to be fueled through these bots for them to do spot trades, future trades, and of course the goal is to generate profits from these trades that they're going to be doing. And what they're going to do with them? Reinvest them, funnel them back to the main contract for investors to start taking that juicy 2%. And they said that there might be a bonus on top of that, right? So there are obligations that they need to pay investors. And at some point, if the bots are gonna be supposedly doing good profits, that they can become, self-sufficient overall. Okay, so this is what it does. It's very simple, nothing too complicated. You supposedly have to put your money in, and you have to take out 2+%, every single day. Very straightforward. Now, whatever I said in regards to bot profits that are not going to be invested straight away, this is actually an admin that has mentioned this once on the chat, and he did say that Rely bot profits are not going to be funneled back directly into the smart contract, but are going to be reinvested. Even though I do recall specifically that I think the owner did say on the main chat that they're going to be doing daily injections. Now, no on-chain data of this as of yet, but we'll get into this really soon. So, like I said, 3 chains, those are the statistics. Now, if you combine the bot allocation, which are the funds that are sent from the smart contract, whatever the smart contract has, and whatever withdrawals were made, if you add these 3 numbers up, you should get the total deposits. But that doesn't mean that those are the obligations. Now, if you want to know more about these, we can go to Dune Analytics, and all of these metrics that we care about are here. Now, I decided not to only rely on what I see here, because Dune Analytics does, leverage a blockchain and does indeed show you the trends and things specific to the project that you're dealing with. But I wanted to do my own investigation. I wanted to know how these funds are being rolled around and if the claims are actually true. I wanted to know how are these funds being distributed. And this is what I did. So this is what I found out, and this is how the money is currently flowing. So yeah, let's start from the top. So you have essentially at the top the RelyFund smart contract that is getting those deposits. About 2.375 million BUSD were sent to one of the DEF wallets. There are two DEF wallets actually. That 1% that fees are being split 0.5 into two wallets. One is just getting that 0.5 and doing nothing. One is actually receiving all of those inflows, and they sent back 2.5 million BUSD. So notice there's a gap between whatever was sent initially and whatever was sent forward, and that money was basically funneled through two wallets into a final wallet at the end. And I assume, based on on-chain data, that this final wallet is the one that is actually doing those trades. So that is the traceability of it all. Are profits being made? That is the next question. So the first question was, how is money flowing around? Now we know that they haven't lied about this, and it's clear on chain. I verified this. But are there profits? Now, unfortunately, other than the fact that they did pin out a message once, and I think there were a few messages above this, that, video snaps of profits being made, how much was generated, etc. There isn't, on-chain data to verify this. And since there aren't any profits being funneled back into the main smart contract, to basically meet those daily obligations, those obligations are ever growing every single day. So that 62.2k was about, I think, 52k a few days back, because more people are entering, more obligations need to be paid. So this is increasing. And since, like I said, there are no injections being put back into the contract, there isn't on-chain data to verify the bot profits. Even though, if you go back to by the way, this is where I documented the money flow, which wallet sent to which wallet, and transaction hash, etc. So even if you can go to the main website here, and there is a section called trading bot. Now, unfortunately, when you click on this, nothing happens. I assume this is related to the bot profits, but I could be wrong. I thought that this was the NFT series that they wanted to release, and they have released it. I'm not gonna get into this, but this is essentially a sub-product where if you own one of these, you are entitled to profits from bot trades. So it's in the same area, under the same umbrella, but it's a bit different. So the point of this video is not to get into this, but to talk a bit about the core, the core USP of this project. So initially, I thought this could be the case, but since there is an NFT tab, that it's not. And this should be the bot profits or the bot trades, and there's nothing yet. So conclusion for me, and for now at least, and just FYI, there is also a referral bonus, even though I didn't mention this because this is, a very obvious and a very common scheme amongst all of these, that if you refer someone, you're gonna get something, and the referral bonus here, referral rate, is 5% for the first 30 days, and then it decreases after that. Even though it's not very clear whether you get this money on the deposits that your referral makes, or through the generation of profits that they make, but I think it's the former, not the latter. So, going back to my previous point, conclusion, I think that most of the things the team has said actually happened, but unfortunately, with all the rugs that have been happening, and especially the latest one called Circulate Money, I think another bot project, stable fund that I've covered on this channel, the big one, we need transparency. We need honesty. We need to see these trades. We need to see that this is actually happening. Even though I contradict most of what the Furio team does, and even though their bot is losing money, I think in the long run, or they broke even, I'm not sure, at least they're showing us that. And I think it can be verified on chain. I mean, that aside, okay, lots of things are to be said, but we need this level of transparency. We need to see this. We need, even if the bot is losing money, don't hide it. Show us. It's pretty clear what the community needs. It's pretty clear what the investors need. So provide this and make your project seem more legitimate than it is. Nice words on Telegram are not gonna cut it, unfortunately. Alright. With that being said, I honestly hope that you stuck around till the end. If you really like this type of content, like I said, you know, consider subscribing and join our Telegram community. Have a good one. See you in the next one.